Good morning, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is August 11th, 1969. We are at Memorial Stadium for a very big game in the American League between the Oakland Athletics and the Baltimore Orioles. Both these teams lead their divisions. The A's have a record of 64-47. They are right now about 2 wins ahead of the Minnesota Twins. The Baltimore Orioles at 78-35, all they do is win, win, and win. And right now they have they are 10 wins ahead of the Boston Red Sox. The Orioles will probably clinch the American League East probably early, either late August or early September, I figure, as the Orioles are just running away with that division. The other 3 division races are pretty close, so you never know what might happen. You never know what might happen as we get closer and closer as we get closer and closer to the pennant race. Ben Witz is first to join us here at Memorial Stadium. The Athletics historically won this game. The Athletics had 7 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. The Orioles had 4 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. This was an ugly baseball game. They had 5 errors between the two. So we'll see what Inside Pitch has to say this morning as we have a big game here at Memorial Stadium. So if everybody is set and ready to go, it is time for some Sunday morning baseball. Doug Hunt now joins us here at Memorial Stadium, and let's get going. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles in this game was Dave McNally. 20 wins, 7 losses, a 3.21 ERA, 166 strikeouts, and 78 walks. Memorial Stadium, pretty much a pitcher's park, 133 home runs, -2 to strikeouts and -1 to walks. So pretty much a pitcher's park, but can take off once in a while and become neutral. So I would say really more neutral, but favoring pitchers. So we will get to go. Let's start playing some baseball here on this Sunday morning as we go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Athletics will be the shortstop, Bert Campaneris. 260 average, 2 homers, 25 RBIs in 69. We're going to use orange, white, and black dice. Orioles are the home team. The fans know this is a big game. Both these teams are division leaders. Very well, we could be seeing them in the ALCS or ALDS, depending what the Twins do. Let's see what happens today, though. McNally, 1-4. It's a blank. Campaneris, 5-5. It's a ground out to short, and that'll be taken care of by Mark Belanger, and he will throw it over to first for the out. Next up, the center fielder, Jose Tartabull, a 267 average, no homers, and 11 RBIs in 69. Jeremy Brooks joins us here at Memorial Stadium. McNally, 6-3. That's a home run result, but Tartabull has zeros. It's not happening. 6-2. Instead, he chops it to shortstop as well, and that'll be handled there again by Belanger, and he'll throw it over to first. 2 outs. And now the right fielder, Hall of Famer himself, Reggie Jackson. 275 average, 47 homers, 118 RBIs in 69. And yes, one of the greatest home run hitters of all time. Brian B. now joins us here at Memorial Stadium. McNally, 2-1. Pitcher result, that 1-12. And against the lefty, that will be a base hit. Jackson hits a single right past McNally, and he will get on base. And now we'll see the third baseman, Sal Bando, a 281 average, 31 homers, 113 RBIs. Jackson had 13 stolen bases actually that year, but he won't get one here. McNally, 5-1, blank. Bando, 1-3, ground out to first. That'll be taken care of by Boog Powell, and he will take it to the bag himself and retire the side. No runs and a hit, and we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics today is Johnny Blue Moon Odom. He had a good year, 15 wins, 6 losses, a 2.92 ERA, 150 strikeouts, but 107 walks, so he could be a little wild. So now the bottom of the first comes up. Leading off for the O's will be the left fielder, Don Buford, 291 average, 11 homers, 64 RBIs in 69. Blue Moon, 2-3, strikeout 7. Cold strike 3 on Buford, one away. Buford should have went ahead and swung at that one. Next up is the center fielder, Paul Blair, a 285 average, 26 homers, 76 RBIs in 69. Odom, 3-6, error on a throw. Blair, 6-6, that's hit to right field. That's a 7, and against the righty, it'll be a base hit. There won't be a throwing error, as Blair will go ahead and get the first on a single, because there's nobody on base. And I do not believe he changed that rule on an error on a throw. I don't think he did. I'll double check, but I don't think he did. Yeah, if bases were empty before hit, or there would be no runner advancement check roll for throwing error when throwing the ball back into the infield. Oh, we did change that. So now there is a possibility error on a throw. So that was what? So that was hit to right field. Right fielder is Reggie Jackson. His error rating is a 9. That's a 7, and yep, that is going to be a throwing error. He throws the ball into the infield badly, and Blair will go to second. So that is an error. He did change that rule. Okay, so that's the first error on the Athletics. They had 2 errors in the game. So Blair will wind up at second. That is a new rule to check it out. So throwing error, and this is where we had an error on a throw, and it was a single, number 10, and says if the bases were empty before a hit, check roll for throwing error when throwing the ball back into the infield for 1 base error. So now that is a new nuance to that now. So now it's possible the outfielder can throw it in badly, and Blair's going to take second base on the errors. That will be an E9. Good thing I checked. So now runner on second, and that will bring up the right fielder, the ambassador himself, Mr. Frank Robinson. And yes, one of the greatest of all time. 308 average, 32 homers, 100 RBIs in 69. How often do you see that in real life? It does happen. I have seen that before. Maybe what happened is Blair bluffed trying to go to second, and Jackson went ahead and threw the ball, okay, and bluffed him, and he made a bad throw. So Blair bluffed going to second. Jackson makes a big mistake, throws the ball away, and Blair does take second base. Strategy roll. That's a 4. Nothing happening. Blair stays where he is. Odom, 2-3. Strikeout 4. He got him. And that is strikeout number 2 for Blue Moon, 2 away. And now we'll see the first baseman, Boog Powell. He was always ripped. 304 average, 37 homers, 121 RBIs in 69. Blair on at second. No, he won't do anything. Odom, 2-2, strikeout, 14 will miss. Powell, 4-1, and that is a base hit past first. Blair's got very good speed. He will come around and he will score, and Powell gets an RBI single. The Orioles take a quick 1-0 lead here. RBI single by Boog Powell. And now it'll bring up the third baseman, the human vacuum cleaner, Hall of Famer, Brooks Robinson. And yes, best fielding third baseman of all time. 234 average, 23 homers, 84 RBIs in 69. Yeah, maybe just to make the game a bit more exciting. And he did want to increase a few errors, although there had games where I've had a lot of errors. Strategy roll for Powell. He will stay put. Odom, 3-1, wild pitch. Yep, that's a 3, and Powell will go to second. So the A's are having a little bit of trouble here. A wild pitch by Odom, and now Powell goes to second. Re-roll the strat, and again, nothing happening. Odom will pitch. 6-2, range play. Robinson, 6-4, fly ball, center field. Going after that is Jose Tartable. His range is a 3. Nope, he won't get it, and that is going to be a single into center field. So Powell now with 2 outs at base runner 3. Single to center, plus 3 is a 6. Tartable does not have a good arm. Powell will come around. He will score. It's 2-0 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by the vacuum cleaner. And now we're ready, 2-0 O's. And now the second baseman, Davey Johnson. And he will be a world championship manager with some baseball team in 1986. 280 average, 7 homers, 57 RBIs in 69. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Off subject, what PDF editor do I use? Adobe Acrobat. Adobe Acrobat's what I do. And I actually pay a month for that. And the only reason why I got that was so that I can maybe do some editing to these cards if necessary on some PDF stuff. But other than that, that's what I got. Strategy roll. Robinson stays put. Odom, 6-5 against a righty. It's an automatic out. And that will be a grounder to first base. That'll be taken by Danny Cater. He'll take it himself and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, a wild pitch, and 1 error. Orioles already up 2-0 here after 1. Good to see baseball with the Demos in the chat. I always love it when the guy with the fluffy cat joins in. Top of the second. Leading off for the Athletics will be the first baseman, Danny Cater, 262 average, 10 homers, 76 RBIs. McNally, 5-1, blank. Cater, 5-4, and grounded to second base. Taken care of there by Davey Johnson. And over to first it goes. Here's the second baseman, Dick Green, a 275 average, 12 homers, 64 RBIs, and 69. McNally, 3-1, wild pitch. That will be a blank. Green, 4-4, and it's a fly to left. Getting over there will be Reynolds, will be Don Buford, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So now a wild pitch and nobody on base. You now treat it as a blank. 2 men down, and now the left fielder, Tommy Reynolds, 257 average, 2 homers, 20 RBIs. First time we're seeing him in Oakland. McNally, 1-3, strikeout, 15 will miss. Reynolds, 1-1, and against the lefty, Reynolds comes through, and that's going to be a double to left. So Tommy Reynolds will get himself a double. He'll hold at second base. And now they'll send up the catcher, Larry Haney, a 193 average, 4 homers, 19 RBIs, and 69. He plays against lefties pretty well. Reynolds on at second, and nothing on the 8th. McNally will pitch. McNally, 2-4 against the righty, strikeout 9, and called strike 3 on Haney, and that will retire the side. And that is the first strikeout for McNally. No runs and a hit for the A's. Will go to the bottom of the second. I would like to mention that the Baltimore Orioles have not lost a game on the board. They are 4-0. Remember, I do keep track of these as for tiebreaker reasons. The Orioles are 4-0 on the board. The Athletics are 1-3. So right now, Baltimore is sitting in the catbird seat for the American League East. Bottom of the second, and leading off for the Orioles will be the catcher, Ellie Hendricks. 244 average, 12 homers, 38 RBIs, and 69. Odom, 6-5 against the lefty. Home run result against the righty. Hendricks needs a 15. That's an 11, and it's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is out of here. Home run, Ellie Hendricks. Stadium cheers. Yay! Odom goes ahead and puts that right over the plate. He goes ahead and pitches Hendricks a meatball, and he turns that into lasagna. 3-0 O's. And now the shortstop, Mark Belanger, 287 average, 2 homers, 50 RBIs, and 69. Already 3-0 in favor of the O's. Blue Moon, 4-3 at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-6. That's a single plus to center field. Belanger's got a try for second. Base running rating is a 4. Center fielder Tartable, a +1. A 1-5. Belanger will take second, and he will. So Belanger goes ahead and gets a double, turns that single into a double, and that's what it will be. And now we'll see the pitcher, Dave McNally. .085 average. He did have a home run and 5 RBIs. And let's see here. His bunt rating is a 3. I think they'll call the bunt, but do the strategy roll first, and Belanger will stay put. McNally is going to go ahead and try to bunt Belanger over. So Odom with the pitch. Corners are in, expecting it. 4-1. That's a walk plus 10. Does he walk him? Let's see. 8 minus 1 is 7. Plus 10 is 17. Divide and I'll round that down to 16 to make it an 8. That's an 11. He doesn't walk him. So now McNally will go ahead and bunt. And that is bunted right at the plate. And his bunt rating will be a 2 for that. And that is a 16, and that is a lead runner thrown out. Hitter safe at first. Wow, McNally bunts it right to the catcher. Haney throws Belanger out at third, and McNally goes to first. That will be a fielder's choice. On the new rolls for the bunt, a 15 to 16 now, lead runner thrown out. Remember, the fouls were now taken out. So that is a fielder's choice as the bunt does not work. And that removes a base runner. Wow. The manager that called that must have came from the other channel with the fluffy cat. So that goes as a fielder's choice. McNally on at first. Infield goes back to double play normal, but the batter now is Buford. Buford struck out his first time up. Still 3-0 in favor of the O's. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Strategy, and McNally stays put. Odom, 4-3 at the park. Memorial Stadium, 1-1. Ground ball, second base. 1, 1, and 2. It's hit the second. Shortstop, pivot Campaneris +1. A 1-3. It's a double play. No, the throw will go to first. McNally will make second, and that's out number 2. Too slow and grounder there. So that will be just a ground out to second. But now 2 away for Blair. Blair is 1 for 1, singled and scored, and got an extra base on an error. But now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Orioles up 3-0. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Blue Moon, 5-5, strikeout 11. That is high. Blair, 4-6, and he popped out to second base. And Dick Green's going to go ahead and get that and make the catch. 1 run, 2 hits, a solo bomb by Ellie Hendricks. The Orioles have a 3-0 lead after 2. So far, I do like the new changes to it. It actually makes a little bit more. I think for some reason it actually makes it a little bit more sense. DB joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Top of the third, and leading off for the Athletics will be the pitcher, Johnny Blue Moon Odom. And he was a good hitter, 266 average, 5 bombs, 16 RBIs. He could be a DH, but Odom says he don't need a DH. McNally, 5-1, blank, Odom. 4-5, but instead he's going to ground this one to short. That'll be handled by Belanger, and that will go to first. 1 out. Next up is Campy, and he's 0 for 1. McNally with the pitch. McNally, 2-5, strikeout, 19 no. Campaneris, 1-3, ground out to short once again. Already, Mark Belanger is getting used in this game. That's his 4th put out for out number 2. And now here's Tartable. Tartable 0 for 1. McNally, 3-1. Wild pitch. That's a blank. Tartable, 1-6. And that's a ground ball to third. That'll be taken care of there by the vacuum cleaner. He sucks it up and blows it over to first to retire the side. 1, 2, 3. Go the A's. And right now the O's are in good position. Bottom of the third inning, Mr. Frank Robinson leads off for the Blackbirds. He's 0 for 1. Odom with the pitch. Odom, 6-4, range play. Robinson, 6-1. It's hit to right field. That's a possible single, But Reggie Jackson going for it. His range is a 2, and he won't get it. That will be a base hit. So Robinson holds it first with a single. As Reggie Jackson shows that sometimes he is not the best in right field. That will bring up Powell. And Powell got a base hit, an RBI single, and scored. So Robinson on at first. And let's see here. And nothing on the 18. When do we get an ID Jester ran about these new rules? He doesn't know anything about them yet. Or if he does, he doesn't have a copy. Nobody has any copies of these rules except for me and Baseball Demos and, of course, Chris. And he's still working on them. They are still a work in progress. They are not official, but I'm trying them out. Robinson, strategy roll, nothing happening. Odom, 2-4. Wild pitch, 5. Yep, that goes to the backstop, and Robinson will go to second. So right now, that is a wild pitch on Odom. That's his second wild pitch he's thrown. And now that puts a runner in scoring position. So right now, Oakland not having a good day. Re-rolling a strat, nothing on the 3. Robinson stays at second. Odom, 3-1. Wild pitch again. And that's a 17. That will be too high, and that will be ball 2. It will be ball 2. Now, if there's a runner on second, you do re-roll it. You do re-roll. If there's a runner on base, you do re-roll the wild pitch because you can still have 2 of those. Odom will try again. 4-2, strikeout. 15 is high. Powell, 3-1. That's a ground out to second base. That'll get taken care of by Green. Robinson goes to third. That will be out number 1. Ground out to second. Here comes Brooks Robinson. And he got a base hit his first time up. Someone showed do a rant on ID. No, we can't do a rant on ID. He is just totally awesome. Strategy. Nothing on the 14. Blue Moon will pitch. The infield, by the way, is in. Odom, 3-4. Range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 1-6. And that is a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Dick Green. His range is a 4, but the infield is in. His range is a 2. And he won't get it. That'll be a base hit, and Robinson will come in to score. Single pass second for Robinson, and the Orioles are continuing to pour it on. It's 4-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! So now 4-0 in favor of the O's. It'll now bring up Johnson. Johnson 0 for 1. Odom looking on here. Right now, the Athletics having a rough morning here. Nothing on the 11. Odom, 4-3. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 2-5. And we got a blank. And this is a rare play, but it's an at-the-park rare play with men on. So we grab the new chart, which I should have here someplace. Yeah, here we are. So we go to the new chart now. It's an at the park, not a range play. So now we knew the new rare plays men on from at the park. So let's see what happens here. 51. Check swing by batter with 2 strikes. If batter at home, it is called no swing repitch. If batter on away team, umpire rings him up for a K. He is now utilizing some home field advantage in his rare plays. Well, the batter is at home, and it's called a no-swing repitch. So he gets another chance. He is putting some home field advantage and away disadvantages into the rare plays, and I like that. Sebastian Valvo and Phoenix Knight join us here at Memorial Stadium. In version 4 of Wild Fails, it is now a blank only if there are nobody on base. If there is a guy on base, you go ahead and re-roll if there's a wild pitch, if there's nobody on base. So now we'll go ahead and he will re-pitch. Odom, 6-1, strikeout, 15 is too high. Johnson, 2-5, that's flied to left field. That'll be caught by Reynolds for out number 2. Remember, these rules are still beta. They are not official yet. Scooney 007 joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Hendricks is the batter. He had a bomb his last time up. Robinson, and that is a 1, and nothing will happen here. Odom will go ahead and pitch. Blue Moon, 6-4, range play. Hendricks, 6-2. It's a ground ball hit to first base. That ball is hit to Danny Cater. The infield is normal, wouldn't matter. His range is a 5, and he's got it. Nice play by Cater. Odom will come over. Cater will throw it to him, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and a wild pitch for the O's. They do have a 4-0 lead after 3. There are some nuanced changes coming to version 4 in the charts, but these are still in the beta mode. I'm just testing them out to see what I think, and so far I like what I see. The PC game is actually on version 3, is actually still on version, actually I think the PC game was never really updated to version 3 rules. But right now, Scooney, there really isn't much difference. You just got to get the the charts. But right now, remember, these version 4 charts are not available yet. Only a couple people have them. Me, Baseball Demos, and Chris are the only ones that have it. We go to the top of the 4th, and leading off for Oakland will be Reggie Jackson. He got a base hit his first time up. 4-0 in favor of the O's. McNally, 5-1, blank. Jackson, 1-6, ground out to second. Handled easily there by Davey Johnson, and the throw goes to first. Next batter is Bando. Bando 0-for-1. Will the version 5 rules have more splits? Brian B., who knows what version 5, there'll ever be one. McNally, 6-5, strikeout, 17 is high. Bando, 3-4, and that's flied to left field. And that's going to be Don Buford getting to that for out number 2. Next up is Cater. Cater is 0-for-1. McNally, he'll go ahead and pitch. McNally, 2-5, strikeout, 14 will miss. Cater, 2-6, that's a ground ball hit to third, handled by the vacuum cleaner. And he will throw it over and retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for McNally. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Blackbirds will be Mark Belanger. He got a double his first time up. Odom with the pitch. Odom, 4-2, strikeout, 5, got him, struck him out. And that is the 3rd strikeout for Blue Moon. And 1 away from McNally. McNally is 0-for-1. Odom, 5-5, strikeout, 18, swing and a miss, struck him out. 4th K for Odom. And now Buford. Buford's 0-for-2. Odom goes ahead and sets, and he will pitch. Odom, 1-5, that's a blank. Buford, 6-1, and against a righty that's grounded to first base. That'll be easily taken there by Cater, and he will take it himself and tag the bag. And for the first time in the ball game, Odom sets the Orioles down in order. 1-2-3, but still 4-0 in favor of the O's. Fifth inning coming up. Yes, Sebastian Volvo. Yes, Sebastian. That's a new wrinkle, and I do happen to think somebody actually mentioned that in the forums, and that's one of the reasons why he added that. One thing about Chris, guys, he does listen to you. He does listen to you. If he doesn't like the suggestion, or if he doesn't think the suggestion is meaningful, he'll let you know. But he will take it for suggestions. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the A's will be Dick Green, and he's 0-for-1. McNally on cruise control right now. McNally, 4-3, that's a blank. Green, 5-3, that's fly to left field. Don Buford will come up a little bit towards the line, but he'll get it. And now the batter is Reynolds. Reynolds got a double his first time up. McNally, 4-1, strikeout, 15 will miss. Reynolds, 4-2, and it's a grounder to second base. Davy Johnson will make the easy play and toss it over. And now here's Haney. Haney's 0 for 1. McNally, 6-3. That is a home run result against the lefty. Haney needs a 17. That's a 9, and the A's are on the board. Kaboom! That ball is high, deep, and gone. Home run, Larry Haney. And he'll get the A's on the board on a solo bomb. And it's now 4-1. So the A's get a solo bomb by Haney. And now a 4-1 ball game. And now the batter is Odom. And Odom is 0 for 1. You're officially protesting all Reds losses on the version 3. Your protest is noted and thrown into the trash can. McNally, 1-2, strikeout 17, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will retire the side. That's only the second strikeout for McNally. But the A's are on the board. 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Larry Haney. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And Steeler fan trying to call my mom again. And actually, I got to get this and kill it because that was spam. Okay. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Odom will continue to pitch. And leading off for the Blackbirds will be Paul Blair. Blair is 1 for 2, a single, got an extra base on an error, and scored. Odom will go ahead and pitch. Yep, that's a landline. 2-1, that's blank. Blair, 3-3, flied to left field. And Tommy Reynolds will go ahead and make a play and put it out. Here's Robinson. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And scored on him, got a wild pitch. Yeah, we do have, there are people that do have landlines, Phoenix Knight. Yes, I know. Odom, 6-4, range play. Robinson, 4-3, hit the center field. It's a possible single. Jose Tartable going after that. His range is a 3, and he can't get it. It will be a base hit. So Robinson hits that in front of him, and Robinson has his second hit of the game. And now here's Powell. Powell 1 for 2, singled, scored. Singled and scored. Yes, they do exist. And no, we don't have any rotary dials. No. Robinson on it first. Remember, infield double plays. You no longer subtract from range. Okay, and it's automatically a +1 if it's hit to short, if it's hit to third, short, or second. It is not a +1 if it's hit to first. So Odom will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll first. That's a 15, nothing happening. Odom, 4-4. That's an automatic out. And that is going to be a ground ball to third. So 3, 3, and 4 hit the third base. Second base, pivot green a 0, a 1 to 4. It's a double play. And they got it. Side retired. 5-4-3 double play. No runs and a hit. Still 4-1 after 5 in favor of the O's. So you no longer, and the reason why Chris decided to remove the range, the minus to the range, he wants you guys to play a game of baseball, not a game of algebra. So now the only time you subtract from range is on infield in to the fielders. You can have corners in if you want, so your second and shortstop can be in the back, first and third can be in. And yes, you can still have a double play if it's hit to second or short, but not a double play if they're on first or third. So that is something you can do. So we want you to play baseball, not algebra. He really does care about his game. He really does. We go to the top of the 6th, 4-1 Orioles. Leading off will be Bert Campaneris. He is 0 for 2 for the A's. McNally, 6-1, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-5. And this is another blank. But this time now, it's a range play at the park, rare play. So now we go to the new chart that he has. And now you have rare plays, bases empty from range play at the park. So let's see what we get here. 16. Shortstop goes into the hole to make the play and hurts arm on throw. Resolve play as a G6 range play. So the shortstop is Belanger. His range is a 3. He's got it. Throws to first and gets Campaneris out. And that is out number 1. But now we got to see if Belanger is hurt. Belanger's injury rating is a 1. A 1 to 2, he stays in. Nope, he's gone for the game. So the Orioles just lost Belanger for the rest of the game. So that is going to be a ground out to short. Third time Campaneris is grounded out, but Mark Belanger is out for the game. So Belanger is out. So now I got to bring in a shortstop. And let's see if I have one here. And I do. And, coming into play shortstop and take over, even though Chico's, it's pretty close. And no, I'm not going to move. I could move Davy Johnson to short, but that'd be a mistake. Bobby Floyd is going to take over at shortstop for the Orioles. So that'll be it for Belanger as he is done for the day. So timeout as Belanger is out. So Floyd will now take over at short. He did put some more injury chances in that. And I actually agree with that. There should be more chances of an injury because you don't have that many injuries, though. So Bobby Floyd will take over at shortstop for the Orioles. There is one out. And now the batter is Tartable. McNally will go ahead and pitch. Remember, injuries are game day only during the regular season. They do become full-time in the postseason. McNally, 4-4, hit by pitch. 11 is high. Tartable, 5-2, and it's a base hit. Tartable will get a single past second. Runner on base for the Athletics. And here comes Reggie. Reggie is 1 for 2. Infield, of course, is automatically a DP. And that is a 4. And Tartable will stay where he is. McNally will go ahead and pitch. McNally, 1-2, strikeout 5, got him. That's the third K for McNally, 2 away. And now here's Bando. Bando is 0 for 2. Tartable on it first. Nothing on the strat. McNally will go ahead and pitch. McNally, 6-1. Again, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-6. That's hit to center field. It's a single plus to center. Going after that is Paul Blair. He was good. His range is a 4. That's a 3. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Fly out to center, and that will end the inning as Paul Blair makes a good play out there, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit. Still 4-1 Orioles as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Odom will continue to pitch. And leading off for the Orioles will be Brooks Robinson. He's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles today. Odom will deal. Odom, 2-6. Strikeout 12 is high. Robinson, 5-2. And he flies out to center. That'll be handled by Tartable. First time Robinson has been retired. 1 away. Next batter is Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2. Odom will pitch. Odom, 5-3. Strikeout 9. That's too high. Johnson, 6-2. And this one's a ground out to short. Handled easily by Campaneris, 2 away. And now here's Hendricks. Hendricks get a bomb in this game. He's 1 for 2, a solo home run. Odom will have to be careful with Hendricks. Odom, 6-5. Again against the lefty. It's a home run result against the righty. Hendricks needs a 15, but not this time. It's an 18. 4-1, and instead he grounds it. Actually, no, 4-1. That's a fly out. Fly ball to left field, deep to left. Going back for it is Tommy Reynolds. He's going to make the catch at the wall and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the O's. But Hendricks almost missed his second home run. Actually did miss his second home run. 4-1 after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. McNally, he can pitch to 4 more before fatigue, but he's got a 3-run lead. Danny Cater leads off for the Athletics. He's 0 for 2. McNally, 5-6. Home run chance. That 14 is too high. Cater, 2-5. It's a base hit. Cater hits a single right past second, and the Athletics have a man on. Next up is Green. Green is 0 for 2. Cater, strategy rolls are still on. Cater will stay where he is. McNally, 5-4. Strikeout 9. Got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Cater. Strikeout number 4 from McNally. Next up is Reynolds. Reynolds is 1 for 2. He's got a double. Cater stays put. McNally, 2-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Reynolds, 4-2. Ground ball, second base. 3-4-5. Shortstop pivot is Floyd. His pivot rating is a 0, but a 1-5 is a double play. And of course, it's a 6. It'll be a throw to first, 2 outs. How many times a 1-5 you get a double? How many times you need a 1-5 and I roll a 6? So a ground ball to second base, taken care of there by Johnson. His only play was to first. Cater moves to second, 2 down. And now Haney, who hit a bomb his last time up, he's 1 for 2. But 2 outs now in the top of the 7th. Still 4-1 Orioles. Strategy, nothing on the 6th. McNally, he will pitch. McNally, 2-1. Pitcher result against the righty. A 1-6 is an out. The 11 is high. Haney, 1-6. And that's a fly ball hit to right. But Frank Robinson's going to have plenty of room. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Athletics. And the Orioles still have the lead. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night. It will be August 14th. Unfortunately, August 14th does not really have any good games. So they are all spoiler games. Now, what I call a spoiler game is a game where one team is in the playoff hunt, but the other team is not. So I chose the best game possible. And we're going to go to Comiskey Park as the New York Yankees will take on the Chicago White Sox. Al Downing will be going for the Yankees, and Billy Wynn will be going for the White Sox. There was only 3 games were played on August 14th, the other 2 being Philadelphia and Atlanta, and Cincinnati and Montreal. But the game between the Yankees and the White Sox was a better pitching matchup with Al Downing and Billy Wynn. So that'll be tomorrow night's game on Inside Pitch at Comiskey Park as the White Sox get a chance to play spoiler. That's what I call them. I'll call them spoiler games when one or neither team is in the postseason hunt, but I got to play a game on that date. And I don't like skipping over days, so I still like to go what we got. So you'll have at least you got the Yankees. That'll be tomorrow night. And the Yankees, of course, are very much fighting for their playoff lives. They are right now tied with the Senators in wins at 59, and the Tigers have 58 wins. So it's an important game for the Yankees, if anything. Bottom of the 7th here, Orioles lead the A's 4-1. And let's see, coming on to bat for the Orioles will be the new shortstop, Bobby Floyd, a 202 average and an RBI on 69. Odom can still pitch to 5 more batters. He will pitch. It says 1969, not 2024. Odom, 5-3, strikeout 12. That actually misses. Floyd, 1-5, and he gets a base hit to center field. So Floyd comes on, and he'll get a single to center. How about that for him? Single for him. And now the batter is McNally. McNally is tired. He is tired, but he got a 3-1 lead. They're probably going to let him bunt. They'll probably let him bunt here and try to get one more inning out of McNally. So they're going to go ahead. They're going to go ahead and bunt here. But first I'll call a strategy. And nothing happening. That's a 4. But McNally is going to go ahead and bunt. Even though, of course, for those of you who don't know, the pitcher's rating on that is a 6-19 now, and he only did this to go ahead and get the precedence over the stolen bases and the hit and runs. But there's going to be a bunt here. I usually call an automatic bunt necessary. So let's see here. Ooh, Brian B gets baseball demos. So let's see. Odom will pitch. Odom 3-1. Wild pitch. Nope. That will be ball 1. Odom will try again. There is a runner on base. Odom, 1-5. That's a blank. McNally will lay down the bunt. And that is bunted to the third baseman. I'm going to say the corners are in. McNally's bunt rating becomes a 2. And that is a 19. And it's bunted too hard. It's going to be a possible double play. 2-2. 2-2. He is in, though. So, bunted too hard, so you proceed like a double play. So, 2-2, but nope, but it's hit to third. So, if it's possible, we'll have hurt by a double play. If second only defense choice, also sacrifice hit or try for runner. 1d6 versus base runner rating of second, roll higher, runner out. That's a new one to him. It would be a 2-2, and the pivot rating for second base is Oakland. And that's green. A 1-2 would be a double play chance. I think the A's would try to do it. A 1-2, it's a double play. They got it. 2 outs. McNally grounds out into the 5-4-3 on a bunt. And they will get the double play. I'll double check that, but that is a new nuance here. And I'll tell you here. So it is bunted too hard. Too hard, proceed like any double ground or double play. If second only, though, defense choice. But the second wasn't the only second wasn't the choice. They tried for the double play and they got it. So there are 2 outs. And now the batter is Buford. And Buford's 0-3. He's had a rough game, though. Odom will go ahead and pitch. Odom, 5-3, strikeout 5. That got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will retire the side. That is strikeout number 5. For Odom. So no runs and a hit for the Orioles. Still 4-1 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. McNally will try to get one more inning. And we're going to have, and leading off will be the pitcher, Johnny Blue Moon Odom. And why is he leading off? A 266 average and 5 home runs. That's why. Top of the 8th, Odom will go ahead and bat for himself, and why not? He can hit the ball. McNally, 6-1, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 6-3, ground ball to third. That ball is hit, though, to the vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. His range is a 5, and he's got it. Nice play by Robinson. He'll throw to first to get Odom one away. The vacuum cleaner sucks it up and blows it over to first. Here's Campaneris. He's 0-3. McNally, 6-4 against a righty. It's a blank. Campaneris, 3-1. Ground out to third. Again, taken care of by Robinson. And he'll throw to first, out number 2. Rough day for Campy. Now here's Tartable. Tartable 1-for-3 with a single. McNally looking in on Tartable. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping McNally can maybe get the game done. McNally, 4-5, range play. Tartable, 2-6. It's a single to left field, but it's a range play for Don Buford. His range is a 4. And nope, it's going to be a base hit. It'll fall in front of him, and he will hold it. He will hold at first base. Tartabull gets his second hit of the game. And now if Reggie can get a hold of one, 2 outs here. Tartabull on it first. It's a 4-1 Oriole lead. McNally trying to keep it where it is. Jackson is 1 for 3. Strategy rolls are off. McNally will concentrate on Reggie. McNally, 5-2. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 1-4. And it's a fly ball to left field. And Don Buford will get to this one easily, make the catch, and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Athletics. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Leading off for the Orioles will be Paul Blair. He is 1 for 3, a single, and got an extra and scored and got an extra base on an error. Odom can pitch to 2 more batters. They're going to let him pitch and try to keep it a 4-1 lead, although the A's do have the bullpen ready to go. Odom, 1-4, walk. Yep, that's ball 4. He'll walk him on a 1. And Blair will trot to first. And now here's Robinson. Robinson 2 for 3 with 2 singles and scored a run. Blair on it first. They'll stay there. Odom looking in on Robinson. Blue Moon, 6-2, range play. Robinson, 4-1. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Campaneris. His range is a 3. He can't get it. It's a base hit. Blair's got great speed. His base running rating is a 5, and he will make third. So Blair makes it to third base on a base hit past Campaneris. That's the third hit of the game for Robinson, and now the batter is Powell. Powell 1 for 3. Infield will play in, and Blair will probably send him because with a base running rating of 5, he would score on a 1, 2, 3, or 6. He would have a 66% chance of scoring. Odom will go ahead and pitch to Powell here. And he is tired too. So Odom is tired, and that's actually going to be it for him. That will be it for Odom, as the Athletics are going to go to the bullpen. So Odom will leave with the W, and they will bring in a new pitcher to pitch to Powell. And they're going to go with Paul Lindblad. 9 wins, 6 losses, 9 saves. A 4.14 ERA. Lindblad will be the second A's pitcher. The A's bullpen is not that great, but Paul Lindblad will come on to pitch to Powell. Infield is in. 4-1 for the O's. This is a big chance for the Orioles. Strategy rolls are off. Lindblad, 4-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. Powell, 6-2, and it's a ground ball to short. It's a ground ball to short. The infield is in. Blair's base running rating is a 3. They're going to send him. The throw goes to the plate. A 1, 2, 3, or 6. He is safe. And he is. Blair comes in to score. Robinson to second. Powell to first. It will go as an infield single. And the Orioles have a 5-1 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! So now runners at first and second, still no one out. Now here's Brooks Robinson, and he is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Infield now back-to-back / double play, but now a 5-1 Oriole lead. Lindblad, he will pitch. Lindblad, 4-2, possible error. Robinson, 3-4. It's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Tommy Reynolds. His error rating is a 6. That's a 14. He makes the catch for out number 1. Robinson, base runner 4. Hit the left, -2. Reynolds a 0. Robinson can take third on a 2 or less, and he will. So Robinson goes to third on a fly out to left field. On the old rules, it would have been a -3 to left field. He lowered that to -2, so that does allow Robinson to get to third. But now runners at the corners and 1 out. And now the batter is Johnson. Johnson will bat. He's 0 for 3. Infield will be a double play depth. They're going to try to turn the 2. Lindblad, he will pitch. Lindblad, 6-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Johnson, 3-2, and it's a base hit past second. It'll be a single. Robinson will score, and Powell, with one out, he will hold at second base. His base running rating is a 2 on a single past second. He will hold, and it is now 6-1 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! Davy Johnson joins the hit parade. And now the batter is Hendricks. Hendricks is 1 for 3 with a bomb. Still one out in the bottom of the 8th inning, but the Orioles are now getting insurance runs all over the place. Lindblad, 4-5, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 5-2. That's a double to center field, but it's up to Jose Tartabull to make the play. His range is a 3. And he's got it. Double to center is taken away. That's out number 2. Powell, a base runner 2, hit the center -1. And Tartabull, a +1 arm, a 1 or a 2. Powell will take third. He will, and that's a 6. Another 6. It could be a play. He'll hold at second base. So hit the center field, but nobody will move. And now the batter is Floyd. And Floyd is 1 for 1 since taking over for the injured Belanger. So Powell on at second, Johnson on at first. Lindblad just trying to get this inning over with, but the Orioles have a commanding 6-1 lead here in the 8th. Lindblad with the pitch. 6-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Floyd, 5-3, ground out, second base. That'll get taken care of there by Green. He will go ahead, throw to first to get Floyd, and that will retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk, and the Orioles have a 6-1 lead after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th, Dave McNally is tired. They say go ahead and pitch and try to get the complete game. Leading off for the Athletics will be Sal Bando. He is 0 for 3. McNally has done a great job today. McNally will go ahead and pitch to Bando. McNally trying to go the distance. McNally, 1-6, strikeout, 14 is high. Bando, 2-2. That's hit to center field, and that's a 16 against the lefty. That's just going to be too high. It'll be a fly out to center. Blair will make the catch. Wow, a 15 would have gotten him a triple. That's a 16, and Bando just flies out to center, 1 away. And now here's Cater. Cater 1 for 3 with a single. McNally, 6-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Cater, 5-4. That's grounded to second base. Up with it is Davy Johnson, and he will throw it over to first for the out, 2 down. And the last chance for the Athletics will be Dick Green. He is 0 for 3. McNally trying to go the distance, try to get a complete game for B-More. The fans here at Memorial Stadium are on their feet, hoping McNally can get it done. He gets the sign, and now he deals. 3-3, walk, 8. Yep, it's ball 4, and Green will go to first. And that is only the first walk given up by Dave McNally in this ball game. He has not walked anybody until then. And then now we'll give a chance to Tommy Reynolds. Reynolds is 1 for 3 with a double. Green on it first. Strategy rolls are off. McNally trying to go ahead and get it finished. Fans are again loud for McNally. He will pitch. 5-1. That's a blank. Reynolds, 2-2. And it's a fly ball to right field. Frank Robinson's going to come under there. He'll take a 2 steps backward. Puts out his glove. Block. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Orioles will beat the Athletics today 6-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! Nothing across except a walk for Oakland, and the Orioles just go ahead and dominate today's game. A 6-1 victory here at Memorial Stadium. And a good win here for the Orioles, as they will now go to 79-35. The Athletics drop to 64-48. Final line score coming up. For the Orioles, 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. For the Athletics, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. Dave McNally gets the win and a complete game. Blue Moon Odom will take up the loss. So a good game today here for the Baltimore Orioles. They still have not lost a game on the board. They are 5-0. We are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. And finally, a quick Sunday morning game, but the Orioles had complete command of this one, didn't they? So far, I do like the some of the new rules changes, or some of the new mechanics. They're really not rules changes; they're what I call mechanics changes, and I think that makes a difference. When they're tired, you always hit parentheses. It happens once in a while. I was thinking about asking if there was a way to not have pitchers. I don't know. I think it has to do with this game engine or something. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Orioles will get the win over Oakland. Let's see how the rest of the majors does today. August 11th, Boston at the White Sox. Red Sox 11-16, that is 2. White Sox 7-64, that is 7. That's a win for the Palehose. Seattle at Cleveland. Pilots 10-12, that's 1. Indians 7-16, that's 1. They'll go to extras. Let's see. Angels roll a 4. No, Seattle rolls a 4 plus 0. And Cleveland rolls a 5 plus 1 is 6. That'll be a win for the Tribe. California at Detroit. Angels 3-63, and that is 5. Tigers 10-56. That's 6. The Tigers get the win. Kansas City at Washington. Royals 0-15. That's 0. Senators 11-51, and that is 5. The Senators are not going away. Philadelphia and the Reds. Phillies 11-15, that is 2. Reds 13-22, and that's 3. The Reds are suddenly on a hot streak. Mets and the Astros. Mets 9-11, that's 0. Astros 8-66, and that's 9, and my Mets can't beat the Stros. Cardinals and the Dodgers. Cardinals 2-56, that is 4. Dodgers 1-15, that is 0. And another win for the Cardinals. They are way overachieving so far in this season. On to August 12th, Oakland at Baltimore. Athletics 9-66, and that is 9. Orioles 11-35, and that's 4. The A's will get that win. Boston and the White Sox. Red Sox 19-25, that is 4. White Sox 12-12, that's 1. That's a win for Boston. Seattle at Cleveland. Seattle 8-45, and that's 4. Indians 8-61, and that is 6. That's a win for the Tribe. California at Detroit. California 3-16, that's 1. Tigers 5-25, and that's 2. A win for the Cats. Minnesota and the Yankees. Twins 13-16, and that is 2. Yankees 6-53, and that is 4. A win for the Bronx Bombers. Kansas City at Washington. Royals 4-36, that is 3. Senators 8-11, that's 0. That'll be a win for the R's. Mets and the Astros. Mets 12-66, that's better, that's 10. Astros 222, and that's 1. My Mets will get a happy recap. Cardinals and the Dodgers, big series. Cardinals 136, that is 2. Dodgers 766, that's 9. That's a win for the Bums. Reds and the Expos in a doubleheader. A chance for the Reds. The Reds have been hot lately since dropping back to 500. Game number 1. Reds 1663, and that is 9. Expos 1424, and that's 3. The Reds win the first game. Reds 1751, and that is 7. Expos 1115, and that is 2. And that doubleheader belongs to the Reds. Cubs and the Padres. Cubs 1311, that's 0. Padres 113, and that is also 0. Wow, nobody wanted to win that game. Cubs roll a 6 plus 0. Padres roll a 2 plus 3 is 5. Not enough. The Cubs will win it in extras. Pirates and the Giants. Pirates 734, and that's 3. Giants 933, and that is also 3. They will go to extras. Pirates roll a 5 plus 0. Giants roll a 6 plus 0. That will be a win for the G-Men. On to August 13th, Oakland at Baltimore. Athletics 326, and that is 2. Orioles 1362, that is 7. Another win for the Blackbirds. Boston and the White Sox. Boston 1351, and that's 6. White Sox 854, that's 5. That's a win for the Red Sox. Seattle at Cleveland. Pilots 1541, and that is 5. Indians 1256, and that is 7. The Indians win all 3 games today. California at Detroit. Angels minus 122, that's 0. Tigers 911, that's 0. Geez, they got to go to extras for that one too. Nobody wanted to win that game. Let's see. Both teams roll a 6. California plus 2. Detroit minus 1. The Angels are going to win that game. That's a bad loss. Minnesota and the Yankees. Twins 865, and that is 8. Yankees 532, and that is 2. That's a win for the Twins. Royals and the Senators. Royals 1366, that's 10. Senators 1046, and that's 5. That's a win for the R's. Philadelphia at Atlanta on a doubleheader. Big series for the Braves. Phillies 822, and that's 2. Braves 1411, that's 0. That's a win for the Phils. Game number 2. Phillies 1052, and that is 5. Atlanta 1354, and that's 6. They will split the twin bill. Mets and the Astros. Mets 361, that is 5. Astros 743, and that's 4. The Mets will have another happy recap. Cardinals and the Dodgers. Cardinals 913, that is 1. Dodgers 431, and that is 2. The Dodgers will beat the Cardinals. Reds and the Expos. Reds 1725, and that's 4. Expos 1462, that's 8. And the Expos will get that one. Cubs and the Padres. Cubs 1111, that is 0. Padres minus 154, that's 3. The Friars get that win. Pirates and the Giants. Pirates 1011, that's 0. Giants 1031, that is 3. And the Giants will beat the Bucks. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won today, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a spoiler game for August 14th. The New York Yankees taking on the Chicago White Sox. Al Downing will be going for the Yankees, and Billy Wynn will be going for the White Sox. The White Sox are out of it. The Yankees got to continue to win games. So it's a big game for the Yankees, if anything. So we do have a spoiler game scheduled for tomorrow night. The Yankees and the White Sox, Downing and Wynn. Be there or be square. Well, we see Jim Maloney on the board. Don't know yet. Doug Hunt, Brian B., Jimmy Jam, Ben Witz, and Phoenix Knight, Scooney 007, Sebastiano Valvo. And let's see here. Baseball with the Demos, DB, Jeremy Brooks. And I think I got everyone. I think I do. I hope I did. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I may stop saying thank you to everybody in the bullpen and into the chat. Just want to say thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for joining me today. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. It is a win for the Orioles as they go ahead and give the A's an F. Orioles win it today 6-1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.